Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Yes, as you can see, we got a little bit of snow. About half of it or more has melted. We didn't get quite an inch here. Enough for the kids to get out and play in it, and now it's just getting to that nice muddy stage. So today's video, I want to talk about another YouTube video that I'm going to encourage you to go watch. I have mentioned this guy a few times in my videos, and he is becoming one of my favorite, and I don't watch a lot of other YouTubers that put out content like I do. Once in a while I do. This is one that I've gotten to where I watch just about every day to see what he has to say. So I will leave a link in the description below. His little name he goes by is Johnny Bravo. J Bravo is the channel. His latest video could be, in my opinion, one of his best. And so that I want to talk about that today. Some of the things that he said in there and why everyone really should be taking this serious of what's going on. Now, I'm not on here to say that there's some big doomsday that we're all going to die and the world is ending, and it's not really like that. I mean, it may be in some ways, but the point is that we should be able to survive this. We should be able to get through this, but we have to get ourselves ready because, like it or not, a global reset is happening. I firmly believe it. Not just what the World Economic Forum is wanting for a reset, but I do believe we are in that age of time in our existence that things are changing. Our civilization is changing. The economy is changing, technology is changing, politics is changing. Just the people are changing. The moral fabric of our, how we have always existed. That moral basis foundation. Everything's changing. Okay, and I won't get into the biblical reasons today of why that's happening, but most of you probably agree with me on that. Of the biblical backing on why things are changing. But anyways, before we get started, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate it. It helps overcome YouTube and trying to, silencing messages like this. Also, down in the description below, you will find some affiliate links to some really great products if you are in the market to get them. Emergency food items, things of that nature. If you wouldn't mind using those affiliate links to get those. Now, if you're not in the market, don't do that. Don't spend your money on those things if that's not something that you're wanting to do. So I don't want you to think that that's, the only way that you can prepare is by going through Travis's, affiliate links. That's not it at all. All right, so on to this video. In his video, he is explaining how exponential growth works. Most of you probably kind of know how it works. And he actually shows a clip from someone else's video. And in the clip, this guy is explaining, say, a football stadium, a large football stadium. And imagine it as a big, huge swimming pool. And if you're standing down in the middle at center field and you have a dropper of water, and you drop that drop of water, and if that drop of water doubles in size every minute, how long will it take for that entire football stadium to fill up? And I'll give you the answer because he asked you in the video. So I'll go ahead and give you the answer. This is spoiler alert. It takes 50 minutes. If it doubles, that one little tiny drop of water doubles every minute, it'll take 50 minutes for that entire stadium to fill up. That's exponential growth. And so the point is that exponential growth, it grows, it doubles, it doubles, it doubles, it doubles, and doubles. And then all of a sudden, at some point, it goes like that. We are in exponential growth. And of course, on his channel, he mostly focuses, he's a financial guy, market guy. So he's mostly focusing on finances, the market, the economy, things like that. But he points out that just about everything is exponential growth. And we've heard about exponential growth for the last year because of this health crisis, of how the cases are exponential growth. And they do appear, let's just take the numbers that they give us, and they are showing exponential growth. But we are in exponential growth everywhere. The global population is in exponential growth. Look at the global population from as early as we can know up till now. It took us from the dawn of time to about the 1920s, I think, or the early turn of the century, the 1900s, something like that, to hit around 3 billion. And then from there, we have more than doubled. And you can watch it. It just shoots up. And he points that out on the markets. He points that out on the debts ratios. If you look at the Fed, the amount of money that they claim that they have on not reserve, but on their books, it's exponential growth. A little bit of growth, and then all of a sudden this year it goes straight up. Bitcoin, look at the Bitcoin, same way, up. This year it goes everything. The point that he's making is that the economy, among many things, it's on the verge of flooding over. So let's go back to the football stadium filled with water. And the analogy in his video is how long will it take for that thing to fill? If you're sitting at the very top, if you're up on the very top of the football stadium, how long will it take that football stadium to fill up to where it drowned you? There's so much water that it reaches up to where you're at. The point is that we look around us and we see this financial bubble. We see it growing and growing and growing. And historically, these types of things, they don't just over a period of millennia or centuries slowly crumble and fall. They hit a point and the dam just finally goes and it blows. That's what a lot of people in the economy, financial gurus, they're expecting to happen. I was listening to one guy and he said, I don't think it'll probably happen in a matter of hours or overnight. He said, but I do see it happening in a span of about a week's time when it does finally happen. Pretty much everyone that I have looked at, and I've looked at guys on both sides when it comes to just economical issues, both sides of the aisle, the political aisle, they pretty much are all in agreement right now that it's going to happen. It is, in fact, going to happen. And when it happens, it's going to be utterly devastating. Just the mood of the population is right for it. The technology is growing exponentially. I was watching something or reading something a while back that technology has been in exponential growth since about the 80s. And we're now looking at it doubling in capacity and in advancement about every 2 years. We're doubling. Our humanity, our civilization cannot handle this level of growth. I believe, I've been doing a lot of thinking on this, and I think that this is probably how civilizations in the past crumble. If you go back in history and you look at these great civilizations that rose up and that were great and that they, made all these massive advancements, and then, all of a sudden they just stopped existing. They crumbled. Look at the Mayans, look at the Roman Empire, look at the Babylonian Empire. And you may point out different reasons for each one of why we believe that they collapsed. It doesn't really matter what the specific reasons are. The point is they started to get into that exponential growth, and they grew faster than their civilization could handle it. And that's where we are today. The economy, certain aspects of the economy is growing faster than we can handle. The amount of money that's been made, the top wealthiest people in the world has increased their wealth by $1.8 trillion this year. Just look up a few of them. Look at someone like Elon Musk. The guy's worth something like $150, $160 trillion right now. And the first of the year, I think he was worth like maybe 60. Same way with like Jeff Bezos, not trillion, billion, $160 billion. And same way with Jeff Bezos. Amazon has increased their value by $80 billion this year. The point is, folks, this is in fact happening. There's not really anything that can stop it. I mean, the Fed, um, these banks and stuff, the financial Treasury Department, everything like that. They're trying to do what they can to stop it. And what I think that they're doing is they're trying to slow it down enough so that they can switch us over to a new system. And so that's their hope, is to brace, like they're putting 2x4s up against the dam to hold it in just long enough that they can get this new monetary system, new economic system set up that will be all digital, all computer. But the fact is this crash is coming. In the video with Johnny Bravo, and I really do encourage you to go watch this video. He mentions a friend of his he has on his show often, Peter Schiff. Many of you know who Peter Schiff is. I've heard the name. He's very much a well-respected expert when it comes to the economy. He's one of the big guns. And he said that Peter Schiff told him personally, off camera, that people need to be stocking up on water source, food, getting themselves as off-grid as possible, coming up with energy sources. He says, because it's coming. And in the video, Johnny Bravo said, well, have you been telling your people this on like your show and stuff? He's like, no, because I don't want people to freak out, think I'm crazy. He says, but I'm telling you, people need to start doing this now because it is in fact coming. It's happening. There's nothing that will stop this. Look at all the charts, exponential growth. Look at our debt. Our GDP to debt ratio right now is around 150, 160%. That's astronomical. No economy in history can handle that without collapsing. We're at almost $30 trillion in debt. We're at about 160 trillion unfunded debt. There is no possible way we can ever pay that back. So the only real option is to just allow it to all collapse down, burn the building to the ground, and rebuild it. And so I think what their hopes is they can get this new building built before the old one completely collapses. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But either way, folks, whether they get that new building built or not, it's going to be bad for a while, and it could be bad for a long while. So the point of this video right now today is to get yourselves as ready as possible. I know I say this, I'm a broken record. You're like, my goodness, I can watch one video and watch 10 videos and you say the same thing. Okay, you're right. Get your houses in order, folks. Get your finances as much in order. Figure out how to secure them every way you can. I'm not going to advise you in that, but do the research. Get prepared. Physically, get your stocks, and when I say stock, I don't mean financial stock. Storehouses, that's the word. Food stocks, ammo stocks, medicine, first aid, all that kind of stuff. Get it stocked up, folks. Get your house in order. Get your family in order. Get your mind ready for this. This isn't just doomsday preppers talking about this anymore, okay? This is very well respected guys in the economy that's talking about this. And a lot of this junk that's going on in the news, doesn't matter left or right, I think a lot of it in the end is just a distraction. Some of it's to be concerned with, certainly. But in the end, it is a distraction for this coming. And it's not just the economy. I mean, yes, that's a big deal. And yes, the central banks control a lot, so the economy is a big deal, but it's not just them. He points out in his video, everything is in exponential growth. The food supplies, the hunger system, how people are starving to death, how we're running out of food in certain areas of the world, and it's putting a strain on the system, okay? Not everywhere, but a lot of places, and it's exponential growth, everything. Our civilization is taking some major hits, and maybe, in fact, we may be witnessing it starting to crumble before our eyes. So, folks, again, as I wrap this up, I got to hurry because my battery's about to die. Get your house in order. Get yourselves prepped. I'm not trying to scare you, but you do need to start taking this seriously, folks. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.